Hey. So this video is going to be about Preacher Season 1. So if you haven't watched Preacher, or if you're like, oh, I heard about that show, it's been advertised, I'm going to try and keep it as spoiler free as possible. I'm going to mention bits and bobs of things. If you are familiar with Preacher, if you're into comic books at all, or if you have a mate who's been into comic books for a long time, at some point you will have heard of this book. This is written by a fellow County Down man, Garth Ennis. It's the legendary comic book graphic novel that was adapted to the TV screens by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, of all people. And that made people go, it's a bit odd, but it got off the ground, and it's like this really cool Fargo-esque black comedy. There's a lot of build up. There's not a lot of explanation. There's not a lot of exposition until sort of maybe 4 or 5 episodes into the season. You just have to kind of go with it. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So Preacher is about this preacher who lives in a small town in Texas called Jesse Custer. He used to be a criminal. He's reformed. He's trying to live up to a promise that he made his father to be one of the good guys. So he's living the life of a preacher, the life of a holy man, trying to serve the community, turn them towards God, and help them there. So there's that. So he's trying to do that. He's got his ex-girlfriend, Tulip, who's trying to bring back the bad in him. So trying to get him to turn on this so he can come back to the person that she knew him to be, and also finish her vendetta against some guy called Carlos for reasons we don't need to get into right now. Furthermore, he's got this new best friend who literally falls out of the sky on the first episode. His name is Cassidy. He's an Irish vampire. That's again, that's not the strangest part. Throughout the course of the first episode, the preacher discovers this power that he has, that makes him, that he can just say things in a really deep slow motion voice, and people take it to heart. They do what he says. It's a power of control. He believes it to be the voice of God. So that's as much as I'm going to get into. There's a lot of stuff with the town, and a lot of stuff with the locals and the people in the town. He's friends with a young boy with a disfigured face, who in the comics is called Arseface. He's only called that once or twice in the book by Cassidy, or in the show by Cassidy, I should say. But it's nice. He's a nice counterpoint. He's kind of like almost the moral center of this. For whenever Jesse wavers, or if he's drunk on power, Arseface is there to be like, no, this is wrong. This is cheating. This people are decent and good. And yeah. So there's that. So all of that's happening, and it's really hard to get into without kind of spoiling anything. It's, you know how Game of Thrones season 1 is almost like a different show. It's very much a build-up season. It's very slow to start. Preacher is like that. You have to get to about sort of the 6th or 7th episode to get really into it. If you're going in blind, I dropped off myself. I missed 2 or 3 episodes, and I was just like, okay, I'll catch up now. Then I binged those 3, and lo and behold, by the end of 2 of them, I was just going, this is nuts. One of the episodes in particular starts amazingly and ends with my jaw on the floor. It gets so much stronger. The themes of what Preacher are about are actually really thought-provoking as well. Obviously, it's a show about a preacher, so religion is quite prevalent, but not necessarily in the shoved down your face way. Shoved down your mouth. You can make your own decisions. It's there. The themes are there. Religion is on there, but you can make your own mind up. The show doesn't want to put you in the position where you're like, oh, okay, I guess I've got to be a Christian to enjoy this. Far from it. It can be a bit perturbing because they do a lot of cold opens, which are sort of flashbacks or just with characters that we haven't met yet, and it's odd and a little bit jarring more than once, certainly. But that's what we are here. That's what we've got. That's it does eventually make sense, mostly, but the show itself, I would highly recommend, man. It's again, it's we're talking 10 episodes, so it's not dragged out too much, which is fine with me. It's shot beautifully. The violence in this is, oh my god, some of it is just fucking gruesome. Some of it is just so well shot. The deadpan of it all. Some of the writing is great. Um, I almost forgot. Jackie Earle Haley plays the guy who played Rorschach in the Watchmen film. Jackie Earle Haley. He plays Odin Quincannon, who's like a local bigwig in the town. Very much a very much sort of an evil character. The antagonist of the first season, we would say, and he's great at showing this despicable Mr. Burns-esque type villain, who can be sort of giddy and upbeat and positive at the same time, but also at the same time inherently evil with his machinations and just power and just greed. And yeah, he's a great villain in this. I mean, is it perfect? No, it's gonna be it's gonna be an acquired taste, particularly for fans of the comic book. I have not yet read this comic book. I've always seen it and was going to get onto it, just never did. I will get onto it now between this season and the second season. As I understand it, the first season has acted as a prologue to the comic book story that we're getting into, because they're like, well, we got to stretch this out a bit. So that's that. So that's where we are here. Yeah, I those are all my thoughts on Preacher. I guess it's an acquired taste. It might not be for everybody. It can be a bit strange. It can be a bit funny. It can be kind of scary. But you just kind of go with it, and it's not bad. It's not like a mystery show. It's a really strong AMC show. It's not as frustrating as The Walking Dead. It I like the show. I'm gonna go back for season 2, and yeah, that's really all I can say. Will I watch more episodes of it? Yeah, that's what matters at the end of the day. So if you like this vid, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz. Those have been my Preacher thoughts. All the best, YouTube.